Hey guys, Code Bears here today, so hope you're all doing well. I haven't made a video for a week or two. Actually, I made one last week, but I forgot to post it, so I apologize for that. So today we'll just be discussing cryptocurrency. We'll be discussing algorithm analysis and the price action for the last few weeks and for the next months to come. So we'll just get right into it. So today we're on the weekly chart. So each candle is 1 week. And I did say last time I made the video when it was about at 40 that it wouldn't be running for too long. And I still believe that's true. If you would have taken a short call on that, you would have made some money. It did go from about 40k to about 36 or something. And since then, we do see these shorter period indicators moving up high. They've come up a bit high, and they will be retracing back down pretty soon. We do have some bearish divergence starting on the 1 day. We'll go over that in a sec, but we do have some bearish momentum starting here. We can see the negative inflection to negative infinity. So we do have the let's get a ray, actually a horizontal line. So we do have that peak there on that histogram, the green histogram, this bar, but I'm just drawing it here. And we did close closer to negative infinity, so we have some negative slope there. We have drifted far away from the zero line at that point. So the zero line's down here somewhere. You can see we did drift away. It's around, can't see that perfectly, but I think it's around there. So we did drift away. And we do see the weekly RSI again coming up high. So what happened last time from a weekly perspective? So we had the divergence, bearish divergence, a little bit, nothing too close together, nothing peak to peak, perhaps a little bit down here, but that's like 6 months apart. So, but as you can see here, we did have the swing high to swing low. So in that period, or that cycle, how far did we go down? So let's have a look now. Where are we? So we did eventually cross back down to the oversold zone on that swing high. To swing low, it came back down to like 27, 26, around there. So in that cycle, we could say that we're about here, perhaps somewhere in here, a little bit more of a run here back up. We did get quite low, some momentum coming back up quicker perhaps, right? Charts change over time. It's just an example, but just we'll look at the monthly candles in a sec, and you'll see why I believe that's still going to be going down. If eventually it will go down much farther. So we can see, like we see that. So our swing high at this point is here. That's the default RSI, it's the yellow line. So swing high to swing low, we didn't quite get down here yet. Charts basically resetting. Momentum coming back up to test resistance. Resistance perhaps is here. I guess now there's one right there. So our previous resistance was here. Actually, the first one was, where were we? So let's just say we're up here. So this was one, this candle here, we broke that bottom of the green. This one we broke that, or we're around that now. Broke that a little bit. Now we're right here. I think it's pretty much there. There's the next resistance, but then you can see that we have drifted far away from this yellow line. And have a look at the last cycle. So this is the high volatility to the upside, a fade, cross back down, break down, retracement to this. Now we've come back up to that second Keltner channel. And last time when that happened, have a look. Not saying it's the same, but I'm just saying when we came down, we stayed in that channel there. And we did stick to that yellow line. Always price sticks to that yellow line. It's like a VWAP. It's like when you drift far away from the moving averages, which we didn't discuss, but we've now drifted above the EMA 9, a little bit above the EMA 2, and that's just a weekly perspective. So we'll go to a monthly perspective. So we do have that the bearish momentum again starting. Will it last? We'll see. Are we coming up a little bit high? We are. So now we're on the monthly chart. Each candle is 1 month. So the big signal here is that we haven't had a cross down in the default MACD in a very, very long time. The last cross down we had which was barely a cross down, hardly a cross down. The last real cross down we had was June 1st, 2018. So over 3 years ago. Here we had a test of support. Nowhere like we actually had a long bearish run. So we did have a huge swing high, sharper inflection than we had there, as we discussed in the previous video. See previous videos about the sharper slope and stronger momentum to negative infinity, bearish momentum. That the angle of this slope was very negative, so it was very negative slope compared to this one, if you were to compare them. And the crossing down here was just basically a fake out. Nothing really a real cross down, just basically touched that yellow line and bounced off. So again, we haven't had a cross down in a very, very long time. And eventually this will cross down. This is not just going to be going up forever. You have to be nuts to believe that. Or just a moon boy who's in denial or something like that. Like new traders, they'll think it's just going to go up forever, right? So this will come down and we will cross below that yellow line, and then we'll have a run for a little bit, for a while. We'll run down. These lines will all change. That's what I believe, because this momentum was so very, very strong. You can see the momentum here and the momentum here. It was so strong. Again to the upside and then back down, so we will see. And notice the volume fading out here again. The volume fading out. Look at that. The lowest volume out of all the months here. Even this is the lowest volume that we've had. That candle, the month's not over yet, but look at July. Look how low that volume was, all the way back. It's even lower than this, 2016. The volume is so low, and that's a very important thing to note, a factor, a signal. Look, wherever that is. Let me zoom on that. Look how low that is. Look, go all the way back left. There's nothing that's lower than that. How far will we have to go? We're talking about levels back to 20, even less. It's even less than these two. We're talking about 2012. So this is gonna. I still believe this is gonna crash. we are going to come up. We may come up a little bit more. We'll probably test resistance, and then when the new month starts, perhaps that's when we'll see this continue back down. This is just a little fake out here, kind of like there, perhaps, most likely, right? Perhaps it comes up and just goes back down, something like that. That happens. That's a faster MACD. But again, we haven't had any cross downs, and we're still quite far away from that zero line. It's not like we're like, you know, we're crossing down. Maybe we could come back for a little cross back up at that point. We're not even there yet. So I still believe there is a lot of room for this to fall. And have a look at that default RSI. So look where it came down last time, way down here. We were here only 60. You know, this was in the 40s, about 40. So we had another, like, you know, ways to go here. At least that's just, you know, a minimum. It can go more than that, but let's just say safe zone is, it's right there. We'll talk about the shorter term indicators. So you can see the shorter period indicators are coming up high. Let's just see where we were last time. So we are coming up high again. We're already back up here. Have a look. We're already back up here. Shorter term indicators. So, you know, we have some more room for another swing back down. And this went up and down for a long time. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, up. You know, there's a lot going on there, and we're just on that first down, up. Swing high. So we swing high, swing low, swing high. Swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, high, low, high, low. So we got tons more to go here. That's what I'm saying. There's tons more to go here. Lots of room for this to go. And we'll go over gold in a second, the US dollar. Daily again, starting to run high. We've come back up into overbought territory. Forgive me if I mix those up when I was talking fast, but we've come up overbought. If you don't know what that means on the default RSI, it means a greater than 70. So we've come back up greater than 70. Okay, so we do have some bearish divergence here, so you can see that the RSI sloped down. Overall, price moved up. So that means it will probably that's a bearish signal 99% of the time. There's one right there. And basically that just triggers a bearish momentum, you know, negative infinity momentum. We have some faster MACD here also moving down, and then we have the histogram here, not the signal lines itself. We've got the histogram also moving down here. If you want to zoom in on your own chart, feel free. Signal lines moving up here, but we have the histogram moving down overall. You can confirm that yourself. We're on the daily, by the way. We have the declining volume, and we've come up high above the MA2 and the MA9. Let me remove those lines. We are coming up. We're starting to come up high here as well. But you can see shorter period indicators are moving up high. I mean, they called me a clown when I was saying, you know, it was going to drop at 65. Went all the way down to 24. I still think it's going down. You can call me a clown if you want, whatever you think. But if you have a look out there for some of the more notable traders and investors, some of the corporations, you know, they'll be talking about Bitcoin running out of steam. Perhaps they see the longer term outlook, as we discussed on the monthly, algorithms still have to cross back down, you know, charts have to reset. As far as the 4 hour, we're coming up high, coming up overbought. At 2 hour and all that will be kind of a waste of time to look at because they change kind of quickly, but just a cool thing right now, we have some bearish momentum starting as we speak. RSI coming up high, so we could see some momentum changing towards the opening of the Europe session, which is in 2 hours and 13 minutes now, something like that. Europe will open, London, and then Germany, and all that, and then New York will be opening up. I guess it's already 12:47 in New York, so New York will be opening up at 6 a.m. my time, so in about 8 hours or so. So yeah, so that's everything.